This is Sportscentre.
Hey, I'm Marissa Roberto. This is Digital Sportscentre presented by Montana's Barbecue and Bar. We got a massive game tonight in the West with huge wildcard implications, as the Flames and Canucks battle in Calgary. Heading into the game, the Flames are 1 point ahead of Vancouver for the final wildcard spot in the West, while also having a game in hand. This is also the last matchup of the season between these two teams. When the season began, no one thought either one would be in this position. Calgary exceeded all expectations and then some, and it starts with rookie goaltender Dustin Wolf. The 23-year-old 7th-round pick is setting Flames rookie records, and he's been dominant, with a 3-1-1 record in his last 5, and a ridiculous .935 save percentage. As it stands, he's plus 1,800 to win the Calder, but if he carries the Flames to their first playoff berth since 2022, he should be in conversation for the award. We say carry because offensively, Calgary is not the strongest. Nazem Kadri and Jonathan Huberdeau are tied for the team lead with 46 points, and the only teams in the NHL with a leading scorer with less points are the Kraken and Islanders. At the start of this story, we'd said we didn't expect either of these teams to be here. And that's truly the case for Vancouver, who had high expectations heading into the year. And offense has been hard to come by for the Canucks, which is kind of a big surprise. The only player with more than 40 points is Quinn Hughes, and the only player with more than 20 goals is Jake DeBrusk. This offensive erosion has been led by Elias Pettersson, who, yeah, let's be honest, he has not been great this year. Since January 1st, he has scored just 3 times. He's got 9 points in 24 games. So yeah, I mean, it's bad. It looks bad. Brock Besser, who scored 40 times last year, has been marginally better in the new year, with 4 goals and 13 points in 28 games. But that's not good enough for Vancouver. They clearly need more from those stars if they want to ensure playoff hockey at West. Well, obviously, as a girlie who lived in Vancouver for 2 years, I want to see Vancouver in the playoffs over Calgary, because, you know, Calgary. I'm just salty that Saskatchewan doesn't have its own team, okay? So I have to hate on the provinces next door. To the Association and Raps fans, this one's arguably game of the season, as they host the 76ers tonight in a massive clash. Now, we see a lot of star power on that graphic, but unfortunately, none of those guys are playing. Pretty much every big name that could play in this game is out. The biggest name who's still on the fence, though, is Scotty Barnes, who is questionable with that hand injury. But Raps fans, you should want him to be out, because let's be real here, this one is crucial when it comes to tanking. The Raps recently fell out of the 5th worst record in the NBA, and another one tonight they flip with Philly for the 7th worst record. And the probability of a top 4 pick drops like crazy if they follow the 7th worst record, as it's close to 40% if they finish with a 5th or 6th worst record, and drops all the way to 31.9% if they're the 7th worst. So Raps fans, say it with me. Boo. Time now for my favorite segment of yours, We Love Sports Today.
Why we love sports today.
And in all sports, is there anything more chaotic than ice cross downhill? Let me save you some time. The answer is no. These people are mad. They're mad. Skiing is hard enough. On skates, are you insane? Please, don't ever do that. But if you do, make sure someone's filming. Now join our gambling guy, Wes Chan. Great to see you, Wes. We love this in person.
Yeah, what's happening?
We've got a pair of games tonight, both on different ends of the NBA spectrum. Let's start with Tankapalooza, the Raps hosting the Sixers. We want to bask in the futility of this one, so we want to get an ugly bet that matches the stench of this game.
Okay, all right. Well, look, talking about stench, all right, the Raptors, they've had some players who've messed up the tank for them, causing them to win games they don't want to. Yeah. Philly's got a guy like that, too. His name's Quentin Grimes, and I want to go over his point prop here, all right? Philly wants to lose this game just as bad as the Raptors do. Mm-hmm. They might actually have more on the line here than the Raps to lose this game. Quentin Grimes, not going to let it happen, all right? This is a guy who has scored 96 points over the past 4 games without Tyrese Maxey. He's capable. And this is a guy who's also kind of been passed around the league here, so it's not as if he has any loyalty to Philly. He's trying to do it for him, and I think there's an opportunity for him to stamp his name as somebody who is like a serviceable guard, and this is a game for him to go get his numbers.
Well, you don't want to look like you're trying to lose.
Definitely not. Yeah. And trust me, watch. He's gonna get his shots up. Whether they go in, that's another question.
To juxtapose that game, we've also got the beauty of Thunder Celtics on TSN. Wait, I wore the right color today.
You wore the right colors. I kind of got it too.
Right? We're going to need a more appetizing bet worthy of a potential finals preview.
Okay. Well, let's go with the one and only SGA, all right? Nice. So there's a spot here. I think assist is the way to go with him in this game. More important than anything else, this is a guy who wakes up for big games. This is an NBA Finals preview game. So this is going to matter. He's going to want to show up. But the main news no J-Dub in this game. So that changes a lot of the, the betting props and the complexity of this game. With him out of the lineup, SJ's had 3 games in that situation. He's got 6, 9, and 10 dimes. So he's obviously set up to do more facilitating. I also think Boston's game plan is going to be to try to take the ball out of his hands in this one, especially because the other 4 players on the floor are not going to be the same level of playmaking. But the other thing I like, since the All-Star break, since Chet has returned to the lineup, SJ is up to 6.9 dimes a game. I think all these things line up, and it works out as Boston's a team that's not really fouling a lot.
Okay.
So everything lines up for Shea to be more of a playmaker tonight.
Love it. Wesley Chang, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Now joined by Jesse Pollock from Italia. What's up, Squid?
Buongiorno, sir. Does that mean hello or good morning? I'm still kind of confused about that, to be honest.
This guy just said bonjoro. That's nothing. Okay, Jesse, last time we spoke, you mentioned you were going to see snowshoeing. And you got to witness a pretty cool moment, so break it down for us.
Yep, we got to witness snowshoeing. I actually got to participate in some of the snowshoeing. I got a lesson from Rochelle Parent. She was fantastic. But a great moment happened with a Canadian athlete. Some of the other competitors had finished the race, and William Middleton from Manitoba was just giving it his all. At the very end of the race, he just crossed. Literally, you could see he kind of wiped out or just gave it his all towards the end, got up, saluted the crowd, and just showed tremendous, tremendous courage. And he's an absolute beauty. My guy, William from Manitoba.
Outside of that, what's been the most fun event you've seen so far?
So I mentioned last time, I'm a skater, I'm a hockey guy, so I really appreciate the speed skating, and it was amazing. Canada did really, really well. Joshua Boudreau was flying out there for Canada. And one thing I noticed is that some of the competitors were actually skating in hockey skates. We made a video on it on Bar Down. Pretty interesting stuff, so check that out when you get a chance. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some medals, hopefully won by Canada tomorrow.
Finally, we chirped you Monday about your stomach problems. Have you dove into the Italian culture and had a little post-meal digestivo?
Oh, you think I was gonna dial things back, hey? Absolutely not. Instead, I just ramped up the crazy food for my stomach, ate maybe the best pasta I've ever had in my life. It was a seafood dish, incredible. Had the best piece of tiramisu I've ever had in my life. Not even just saying recency bias, like it was the best. And my stomach is still just in knots, but whatever, I'm here for a couple more days. Like, I'm not gonna get this back home, so gotta take advantage of it.
Jesse, you know we love always hearing about what's going on in your tummy there, eh? I don't know, bring some Tums, brother. I don't know what to say. We'll see you again Friday.
Bye, Riss.
That's our video. We'll see you back tomorrow at 3 Eastern. No, Pacific. Have a good one.